James and Susan's marriage was like a dream come true. 6 years of friendship, love, and finally, marriage. Life felt peaceful. James was a software engineer, busy and focused. Susan was a school teacher, soft-spoken and emotional. Every morning, Susan would make tea, iron James's shirt, and smile. Life feels beautiful when your voice is the last thing I hear at night. Everything was perfect. Or at least, that's what Susan believed. One evening, James came home with someone. "This is Mark, my friend from university. He's in town for a few months. Thought he could stay with us." Susan politely smiled and nodded. Mark was tall, confident, with a strange kind of intensity in his eyes. Something you couldn't explain but could definitely feel. At dinner, Mark casually said, "James, you're lucky. Not everyone finds a wife like Susan." Susan looked down. James chuckled. But Mark's eyes said something else. Something deeper. Darker. Over the next few days, Mark kept showing up in unexpected moments. Late at night in the kitchen, sometimes for water, sometimes for tea. One night, while Susan was getting milk from the fridge, Mark spoke. "There's sadness in your eyes, Susan. Is James's work more important than you?" She looked up, startled. "It's not like that. Isn't it? You don't speak, but I can see it. No one really listens to you." Just then, James called out, "Susan, where's my white shirt?" The moment passed, but something had changed. One morning, Susan picked up James's phone to turn off his alarm. A message popped up. "Mark." By the time she realizes it, everything will already be over. Susan's hands trembled. She didn't confront anyone, but from that moment on, everything started to feel different. One day, Susan couldn't take it anymore and directly asked Mark, "What is it that you really want?" Mark didn't blink. "You. Only you. You're James's friend, and he's always taken everything from me. My degree, my job, my respect. But not this time." For the first time, Susan saw it. This wasn't love. It was revenge. James later suggested, "Let's go to Murray for a few days. Mark thinks we need a break." Susan wanted to refuse, but simply nodded. Her heart was heavy. Her tongue was silent. In Murray, Mark started spending more time with Susan. James seemed distant, tired. One night, Susan confronted Mark on the terrace. "You're using me. What is all this really about?" Mark stepped closer, intense. "I love you, Susan. James doesn't deserve you. I'm your true partner." She stared in disbelief. "This isn't love. This is revenge. You want to break him, not be with me." Mark said nothing. His silence said everything. Susan broke inside. The next morning, Susan told James everything. The messages, the terrace, Mark's words. James went completely silent, then whispered, "I brought one of my closest friends into my home, and he broke my world." Just then, Mark walked in. James slapped him, hard. "Get out of my house, Mark." Susan stepped in between them. "Don't let him turn you into something you're not." Mark left, without a word. A few days later, Susan left to stay with her mother. She left a note, just one sentence. "I love you, James, but I cannot live in a relationship poisoned by doubt." James didn't stop her. Maybe because deep down he knew. Love never survives alone.